Hey Gemini, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our monthly reading and we're on our way to May. Let's go ahead and see what our guides have to say. And just remember, this is a general reading, so it doesn't resonate. Totally okay. Just leave for those that need to hear it right now and come back for next month's reading. But try to take the information that I do give you and place it in a way to make the most sense in your life. And what I mean by that is that it's not necessarily the same subject or topic. It's the energy, it's a vibe, it's the theme that I'm kind of trying to get across. So take that message that I give you and kind of like put it in your situation, because the message is still there. It just might not be like your boyfriend or your girlfriend. It could be family, it could be friends. Like, try to place it in a way, like I said, in a way that makes most sense. So let's go ahead and see what message your guides have to say. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. So I think Virgo got this. So if you're close to a Virgo or know a Virgo, you guys kind of, you might have it in your chart, so you can go ahead and probably watch that video. But you guys are kind of going through the same thing. And I've been saying this in almost every video. Like, we just came out of like, and I mean, it's like continuous, but there's so much astrological stuff that's happening. And I hear so many people tell me like they've gone through hell and back, and it's been a lot. So there's a lot of signs right now in May that are almost kind of like retreating. Again, here, retreat, rest, be held. And it's like your inner child is like screaming, because it's just been a roller coaster of emotions the past few months, maybe month or two. Oh, sorry, I was not ready for that. But let's see what's going on internally. Closure. Yeah, so that makes sense. I think like there's just drama. I feel like there's some kind of drama or something that you've been dealing with. I'm seeing you guys like on the phone a lot, and I feel like you're almost like also a middleman in some instances. And there's just so many things that happened within the past month or even 2 months that it's just hard to like even keep track of. But there's a sense of closure, because I think you've made decisions in your head, not out loud, not to people. I don't think you told anyone how you felt, but I think you can see where you stand in certain situations. I think there's some kind of acceptance in a lot of things that you are going through. I see, again, a lot of drama, and it's just been consistently unfolding. And I don't know why I'm getting tugged towards the family sect, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, and that makes sense. It doesn't necessarily have to be, and again, family. Yeah, I really do feel strongly that a lot of you, Gemini, have like some kind of family drama. Maybe it's connected to a relationship and friends or whatever, but there is some kind of sense of family drama, anyway, family. We're going to leave it that word, because my English teacher would not want to see this video if I said something wrong, like what I was just about to say. 3 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and then 9 of Cups. There is some like it feels like a group of people that you're kind of working through, and I'm going to keep it as broad as possible, but there is some kind of family situation right now that you are kind of working through. There is a give and take. There is some kind of camaraderie around it. It's not necessarily all bad, but there's a sort of truth. There's a message of truth that's coming out. Like, again, I'm seeing that you're seeing a situation for what it is, or the people or the person. Like, and there's like a nearing of completion within this, where it's supposed to be something that like you're putting all your effort, all of your everything into this. And so is everybody else. I feel like, again, I'm seeing multiple people, and it's like you're supposed to be happy right now, but for whatever reason, you're needing closure. Maybe this situation didn't come to fruition, or everything backfired. And like maybe you guys are now arguing, like who did what, who didn't do what. Like there's just something, some pull within like this breakdown, kind of leaving everybody uncomfortable, including yourself. But you are seeing, and I'm not speaking for them, but you are totally seeing the truth around what happened, who everyone is, who you are in this situation. But it's just so exhausting, because again, you put in a lot of work into this. There's something emotional around this. And again, the card came out retreat, rest, be held. So this wasn't fun. I mean, you're done for the counts in May. I feel like you want to go on a break, but I feel like in order for you to take a break, it's like you need that closure. So what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is 6 of Cups, 4 of Cups, and then the King of Wands. So yeah, this again, nostalgia, that is showing me like this is definitely family. And again, like if this doesn't resonate, don't feel like you need to put this with the family. It could be friends, it could be your partner and like their friends or their family or something. Like there's some kind of situation within this, but man, I think you guys already have a past. Um the past is almost coming, like I feel like you've seen them change, you grown, like this been years. It's been like even like your whole life, like you've maybe if it's your family, you've known them your whole life, but if it's just friends, it could be years that you've been friends with. And you guys have gone through ups and downs already, and you thought like you kind of went out. But like that down, like you came out of that and like you moved on from whatever the downs were. But that down is kind of showing its head a little, and you're like it's very off-putting. And this closure that you're searching for, I like feel like you need to find it within yourself. I just don't think that it's going to be worth you. And I see you doing that. I feel like I see you just finding your passion, finding your maturity, moving on, the King of Wands being here. I feel like this is your energy of you just kind of like finding it within yourself. There's no point. Like if it is your family, there's no point of pointing out their flaws because I don't think they're going to see it. I don't think they're going to receive that message well, if anything. But I think like your hope was at this point to get this kind of going and kind of ending this chapter so that you never have to deal with it again. And realistically, never having to have to deal with them again and go into like a business like setting. I don't know if that makes any sense because I don't know. It doesn't have to necessarily be a business, but it feels like you went into like a project or something together and now you're kind of stuck. And it's not a fun feeling, which makes sense. So, this is like the career aspect, and I got Chameleon Spirit, which is act as if, which is a really pretty card, by the way. Act as if. So, like I said, and I think I just said this, it feels like you are accepting the situation for what it is. And if it's a project that's like nearing completion, and if it didn't break down, it's almost as if like, all right, they're my family. I just got to get through it. And I just never have to do this again. I'm committed. I'm in it. That's the energy that I'm kind of getting, which is not funny. I'm not laughing about it because I can imagine it's hard, but it's just like there's like if this is family, it's really hard to, and it's going to take strength and bravery to even walk away. I don't really necessarily see you walking away, but it's just I see you. Yeah, multiple people, all the hard work. This is the same theme. There's the same thing. So I feel like whatever's going on internally is 100% linked to whatever is happening with your family that you guys kind of went into like a situation together. I mean, it could range from anything. It could be like you guys planned a trip and now you're on a trip and you're like, wow, this is such a bad idea. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, like I'm in close quarters with my family now. And now I see why I don't do this often. And I have to just get through it. Like, this is what I mean by like trying to place the theme of what I'm saying in your situation because like it's hard. I'm like getting like everyone's energy as a like collective. So I'm trying to put that in a way that makes the most sense for everybody and keep it as broad as possible. But the theme is there. So I'm getting 5 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. Did that come up? No, that was 9 of Cups. Okay. And the Hierophant. So yeah, this is like a situation. There is definite conflict, definitely multiple people in competition. I'm getting like when I'm seeing it, I feel like I'm in a boardroom and I'm seeing. So if this is like a career or whatever, it doesn't have to be a family if you guys are on a different chapter of your life or whatever, but I'm seeing like a boardroom and everyone kind of like competing about like, I want this, doesn't make sense, and getting angry. There's drama. I'm seeing like if you are trying to, even like if you guys are like being promoted or like someone is like saying one person is right, that person is like, everyone's hating on that person, like, because there's jealousy. There's also a sense of jealousy within this. I don't know why I'm getting jealousy. So if that's the case, maybe keep your eye out for that. But it's a sense of like, again, act as if. Act as if like these people, like you know who they are, and it's just like you see it and you just got to get through it. Act as if like this is going to be ending tomorrow and it's going to be a happy day once it's done. There's a sense of like learning around this, and like again, it doesn't feel like anyone in this situation is open to receiving any other message besides you. And that's why, like, you're kind of like up on the pedestal almost, and I'm getting a sense of jealousy. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Emperor, 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands. So 9 almost nearing completion. Things you need to just hold out is what I'm getting in the message. Like, as hard as that might be, the end is near. The Emperor energy is what like your guides are seeing you almost kind of like putting like the stability, the stubbornness almost. It's like in a good way to just keep moving forward, the strength within that. Head like it's just like you're like having like all like your feet planted is what I'm seeing, and just like going through, keep moving forward. 9 of Wands, like it's like end is near. You put in the work, the battle has been fought, just keep going. The exhaustion I know is there. Your guys are telling me that you're like ready to rest, retreat, whatever. But the end is near. 8 of Wands. This is a message like coming through very quickly. Something's going to come through. Maybe you're like waiting for like that one like approval or check mark to be done, and it's going to come through pretty quickly. So like it's almost like your guys are almost saying just like hang in there. It's going to be okay. They see you. And it's just a matter of just doing it, getting through it. And like I see like May is really like you pushing through, so that at the end of the month you can kind of like take a breather. And you guys have already gone through a lot, so like not having that break now is just it's exhausting. It's almost I feel overstimulated, if that makes sense. So relationship aspect, the Sun, self-express and embody truth. And this is like part of the closure thing. This is part of the closure thing. So Gemini, if this isn't a family stuff, and I'm going to try again to keep it as broad as possible, there is a sense of maybe this whole situation could also be a partnership if the theme is the same. And I think like you're not in a position to. This is tough. This is a tough card because I'm getting so many messages coming through. I will say this. So I'm getting a sense of you know your truth and you know who you are. And it's almost like you just need to get through this to move on and move forward. Whatever that sense may be. Take it or leave it. Put it in like your friends aspect, family aspect, dating aspect. But it feels like you are learning to be genuine to yourself, which is why that closure card is coming up for me. Because it's like you are seeking the truth about the situation. Like you know you, but what is actually happening in the situation, because you want to make a decision to move forward, move forward, if that makes sense. I say that a lot too. Yeah, which makes sense. Okay. So I have the Ace of Swords, in reverse, the Magician, and Queen of Wands. I see that you were manifesting stability, a fiery passion. I feel like this is whatever the situation is supposed to be happy, fun, exciting moment. You've manifested it. I feel like whatever happened came to you, whatever that situation was, whether it be a group of people, family, friends. I see something like you manifested it. I feel like there was like something that backfired. You manifested it, it came. Everyone's like, oh my God. And then you're like, how did that happen? It's like, yeah, because you're magic and power. Queen of Wands is like the witch of the deck. And the manifestation is super strong when you have the Magician and the Queen of Wands. With the Ace of Swords, I feel like there's like a miss. There was some kind of a miss. And I feel like it was because of a mismatch of the people that were together. There was an opportunity that was a miss, total delay. Doesn't delay you. You keep moving forward, but there was some kind of a delay. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is Justice, 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Pentacles. So they're just 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So there seems to me, because of that delay, there was a loss that you kind of have felt throughout out this process that you kind of got yourself out of. And I feel like you all were in it together. And that's why this is like you're still kind of in it and moving forward because you guys have gone through so much. There has been a long time coming for whatever the situation is that you're in together. But I see there, like, again, like a loss that you're working through, but the balance that comes out of it. And the balance is coming out of like, I feel like you having to have to do things on your own moving forward and never doing things with a group of people ever again. And if you're in a relationship, okay, like let's just put this in a relationship standpoint. I see that you manifested a person. Like we're gonna just twist this, right? I see you manifested a person. I see you wanting that like passion, the fiery energy, and that situation was a miss. Whether that person didn't learn their lesson or what, you guys just didn't align in the long run. And I see you guys kind of like ending that. There is a loss, there is a breakaway, there's a walking away from something, but you've gone through so much that you thought, again, like this is also internal. You thought you walked away from the worst of it. You guys have bumps in the roads, you've had a past, and you thought you were out of it, but it's not. Like you see a loss in this because it's just not like the karma's not there. It's like you're not it's not there's a misbalance in this. It doesn't make sense. There's just something not meeting, like there's no eye to eye meeting in certain topics. You guys there's fighting, there's arguing. It doesn't make sense half the time. And the balance, like things need to be balanced and they will. What you don't see coming it is because the loss needs to take place. And if there is something that you're going through with a family, like it's not that you're never going to be like with your family again, but there's some situation like there's something that you're going to walk away from. There's going to be some sadness, some grief around it. And like it's just not anything that surprises you. It's because like you guys have gone through all these ups and downs and I feel like it's like a similar thing that you've experienced and you're just like, okay, so I see you guys moving away. I see you guys walking away into something that's like independent moving forward. I feel like you're never going to do this again. Or you say that to yourself for now, right? This family, it's hard to say no sometimes. But there is a lesson. Like I see that you guys have tried to learn, and even like in a relationship with your partner, like I feel like you guys have tried so hard to learn the other people, learn the situation, fix the problem. You guys are learning and open minded while the other people are not. And take that where that makes sense and fits. But I see you guys kind of finding that balance at the end and walking away and moving on to bigger and better things for yourself. But right now it's like the breakdown happening. And I think you guys are kind of like understanding it, seeing that, and like I feel like maybe even accepting it, maybe grieving the loss before it actually breaks down completely. But let's keep an eye on that. Let's see how you align. Again, we all have free will. We don't have to like walk away from anything. This is part of our lesson. But if this message did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I appreciate you guys coming back. Take the time to rest, be held, hold yourself within this. It's just been a lot. Everyone's gone through a lot in the past month or two. So give yourself a little bit of grace. Definitely like and subscribe so you again don't miss another one of these. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.